I'm hanging on for my life, and this thing's just hammering the front of the crane, just horning it, frightened the living daylights out of me. I think I had skid marks on my pants, mate, I tell you. It was frightened the living daylights out of me. Anyway, he wandered off into the darkness, and I jumped back in the front of the crane. I sat there, and next thing he's back, he's seen me jump down, he's come running back out again. Anyway, here's this little Hyundai car. Some people are travelling along the road, and they've had to pull up. Anyway, this cow's in front of them in the middle of the road, and they toot the horn out. Next thing, this cow's still not happy, and it just into this car. It nearly tipped it over. It lifted the front left-hand passenger side wheel off the ground. It caught under the guard there, and just about tipped this car over. It's only a little tiny car, and these people, he's flat out in reverse, dragging this cow backwards. Oh, it was a sight to see, and I couldn't imagine being in the ring with them, and they're angry, and you're right alongside them. I can't relate, but I can. Scott, QSL.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, they got some power, brother. They got some power. Yeah, I worked at an asphalt plant. Matter of fact, I took an early retirement, but yeah, I ran all kinds of cranes, P&H, Lynx. I've ran Grove, ran all kinds of different kind of cranes and all kinds of different equipment, man. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Yeah, so he chased you to the crane. That's funny, man. I mean, not funny, but I'd have loved to have a video of that, man. That'd been some good stuff there. I bet them people in the car were freaking out, man. That would have been a good video.
Yeah, Roger Scott. Well, it was dark, and I could see their eyes and their teeth, like they were, their eyes were wide open. I can give you a tip. Was just because the cow was just this bull was just standing there in the middle of the road. There's something wrong with it. It wasn't sitting in the middle. It was constantly going around in circles. And I don't know whether something had happened to its inner ear or something like that, but it was just going around in circles. And of course, they pulled up in front of, they pulled up right in front of it, sort of thing, and the headlights on. It didn't like that. And then they started blowing on the horn. It really didn't like that. And it just took a shine to that car. I'll tell you, that left-hand front mud guard, quarter guard, it was in there, got his horn hooked under there, and those people, they really didn't know what hit them. This thing just come it looked like pretty docile sort of a cow to a full-on rage, and I swear I've seen it lifted that front wheel off the ground, probably 2 feet off the ground, and yeah, those people, I'll remember that to the day I die. Their eyes, it was dark, but I could see their eyes reflected. It was certainly wide open eyes, that's for sure, Scott, over.
Yeah, Roger, and that deal. Yeah, that's the. Well, I tell you, when you're sitting on the back of one of those things and you're in the chute, and they're spinning their head around and they're looking at you, and their eyeball starts going backwards in their head, and they're slinging snot on you, and then they open up that chute. What happened is they put a flank strap on the back. When you ride a bull, basically it goes around his balls, you know what I mean? And they tighten that strap up, and that's what makes them buck like crazy. So they put a flank strap around his balls, and then they pull that tight, and then they open up that chute. And boy, that thing is, Daryl, it wants to kill you. It wants to kill you.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Look, I haven't been in the same place you've been there. You know, sitting on one of those. I'll tell you what, this thing chases that frightened living daylights out of me, and I attacked that car anyway. Yeah, so I can only imagine, because I haven't been there, what it'd be like strapped to one of them buggers when they're that angry like that. But, gee, mate, okay, well, it sounds like you've driven a few cranes. Most of the common ones over here, Scotty, are the lever and I used to drive the 120-ton lever and 100-tonner. We have 500-ton levers, and the Groves, P&H, driven a few P&Hs, the Tadanos, Katos. So I've driven a few. I've never driven a link belt, although I have seen them. It's a lot of construction on over here at the moment. It's got lots of work on, and can't find operators and riggers and stuff like that. So very hard for the amount of work that's on. So yeah, Scott, I couldn't only imagine what it'd be like strapped to one of those balls when they were angry, mates. And after seeing this one, it's certainly, I don't know if I'd like to be on the back of him, Scott, that's for sure.
Yeah, Roger, Daryl. Well, it's crazy, trust me. It's crazy. Yeah, they're not happy either. Yeah, man, I've run, loaders, excavators, backhoes. I'm a third-generation operator. But what I did mostly was run an asphalt plant. I make asphalt. Ran an old Matson plant, and ran a drum plant, making asphalt, and we kind of do everything ourselves. Do our own welding and all our own stuff like that. So it was good, a good experience. Learned a lot, and let me tell you, if you get out of that trade with all your fingers, when you get out of that trade with all your fingers and toes, man, it's a good thing. Working around fire and gas and all the equipment, and I tell you, man, it's a dangerous industry, but I made it through, my brother. I made it through alive.
So that's the main thing anyway. That's the main thing, Scott. Scott, we've got a breaker there, mate, so I'll just throw it back to you. I'm not sure whether you want to stick around or go clear or whatever, but I better call the QSK in there. Last over I heard him come through. I'll just throw it back to you, Scott, and see what you want to do, mate, over.
Yeah, no worries, man. Go ahead, grab them. I got nothing to do. I'll just sit back.
Okay, Scott, no problems. Okay, the QSK, you have the 43 World Radio 014 personal Daryl, C744 Scott on the side. Please come in. Okay, 2 Whiskey Delta 40, a very good evening to you. Nice to hear you coming through and making a nice trip here at QSL. Yeah, that's right, mate. Didn't get all of that. There was another station coming with you. We're in the 260 miles north of Perth. Perth is the capital city of Western Australia. I usually say that because you got more chance of knowing Perth than probably Gerald, and so it gives you a bit of a starting point, and we're right on the coast. We're right on the coast. If you look up a map or Google or something like that, you'll see Gerald, and right on the coast. It's not many bad places around it, so you'll see it quite easily to yourself. roger, mate. Yeah, well, witch's eyes, okay. Yeah, well, over here, they're dangerous bloody things, and it gets over there. You have the wind come up, and what happens is it blows up the cliff face of these sand dunes, and as you would have seen it, possibly the same in your location, but over here, the wind comes in quite strong and blows up the cliff face of these dunes and makes a nice smooth ramp up on the other side. It gives you a false indication. You think, oh, you're going up a nice smooth sand dune, and next thing on the other side is just a cliff face. And I was just very, very lucky that the one I went off wasn't very high at all. And I would have made it okay if there wasn't a bank on the other side, and I hit the bank on the other side, and that stopped the bike dead. It sort of caused a lot of the damage, but well, that's what caused the sudden stop was the thing of the virtue, isn't it? You know? So it wasn't that high. I'm very lucky. Some of these things, some of these drop-offs are 40, 50 feet high on these big dunes here, and some of them may be bigger, but yes, mate, that was a bit of a shock, and what gets me is I know better. I should know better, and yes, I still did it. QSL. Yeah, roger, mate. Yeah, well, yeah, that's no problems. Yeah, I'll tell you, Scotty, he's a bit of a motocross man. He's sounds like he used to race a bit, and sounds like he's had a few incidents and accidents there, and broken a few bones in his time. But had a good time. Probably not so much broken them, but had a good time in between, I guess. But yeah, I think you wanted to change the radio and give us a listen, is that right?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just standing by.
Yeah, roger, mate. Yeah, well, you change the radio and we'll have a listen. No problems, mate. No problems. And I'll just go back to Scott and I'll do an over there, and by that time you would have changed the radio. I'll give you a call back to the QSL. Yeah, you still there, Scott?
Yeah, I'm still here. That was perfect timing. I went and grabbed me a cold beer and used the boys' room and got to take care of a few things there, Roger.
Yeah, roger, mate. Yeah, well, it's been only for a cold beer here, but I had a few, the other night I had a few cold Jack Daniels, that's for sure, and yeah, not too many, but a few. That was, had a bit of a barbecue with some friends, and yeah, it was good. It didn't get out of hand, mate. It didn't get out of hand. It wasn't too bad, Scotty, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, if you look at my videos about 2 weeks ago, I was had a little barbecue. Videotaped it a little bit. I had 6 porterhouses on the barbecue, and had a couple shots of Jack Daniels. I love the Jack Daniels, and a couple beers, and had a real good time, man. Had a real good time there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, mate. Yeah, you got a lot of Jack, that's for sure. I'll just stand by, Scott. I'll just see if 2 Whiskey Delta 40, are you back on the side now? Delta 40, you back on the side, mate. Yeah, 10 Whiskey Delta 40,